Hello and welcome to Roving Report, a program that looks at the Northeast in all its dimension and brings you the changing mood and tenor of the region in all its colors. I'm your host Lumpin Vishum, and the highlights of today's program are: Tripura Conclave highlights importance of Northeast region in developing India's relations with neighbors. Minister of State for Home Affairs assures talks with insurgent groups. Eight NSC and IM cadres arrested for killing former vice chairman of Ukhrul ADC. And world's hottest chili becomes a profitable business for farmers in Manipur. The strategic position of the Northeast region makes it an important factor in India's relations with its neighboring countries, especially in the Southeast Asia. Recently, Tripura hosted a conclave to discuss the region's importance in the Look East policy and the progress of the BCIM Forum and BIMSTEC. We have a report.
Foreign delegates, diplomats and business leaders came together recently at a conclave in Agartala to discuss the progress of the Bangladesh-China-India-Myanmar Forum for Regional Cooperation, BCIM, a sub-regional organization of Asian nations that aims at greater integration of trade and investment. Experts discussed about India's Look East policy, which can be used extensively for promoting economic activity, especially in the Northeast region. The delegates also discussed the BCIM Economic Corridor, a proposed land route connecting India, Bangladesh, Myanmar and China that will open up investment opportunities for the Northeast, especially Tripura.
Having so many very important countries as your neighbors, I think, is a matter of opportunity for the Northeast, because Northeast has certain innate weaknesses, I would call them. Your infrastructure, the kind of economic base that you have currently. So to break out of this and to attain prosperity, I think further integration, economic integration with countries like Bangladesh, Myanmar, Nepal, Bhutan, at some point China, this is going to be very important for you.
Bangladesh's former Foreign Minister Dipu Mani highlighted the importance of Northeast region for strengthening the economic and bilateral ties between India and Bangladesh. She laid emphasis on the vast scope for mutual investments and people-to-people contact and highlighted the importance of Bangladesh in providing sea access to India's landlocked Northeast region. Dipu Mani also assured that the Bangladesh government will continue the crackdown on the Northeast insurgent groups operating in their territory.
The government of Sheikh Hasina is very clear when it comes to countering terrorism. We have repeatedly said, and we have acted accordingly, that we will not let our land be used for any kind of terrorist activities by anyone, and we will not allow anyone to use our land to launch any kind of attack on our neighbors.
India is strongly pushing forward its vision to have strong bilateral ties with Southeast Asia. It will help boost economic activities in the Northeast region.
The Union Ministry of Home Affairs is working towards bringing various insurgent outfits to the negotiating table and has assured violence-free atmosphere in the Northeast. We have a report.
Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju has hinted at holding talks with various insurgent outfits based in the Northeast to maintain peace in the region. Speaking at the launch of a magazine, First Word, in the capital, the minister said he has been meeting various groups, including the tribal people from the Northeast, to listen to their voice. He called on them to unite and join the democratic process to maintain peace in the region.
I told all these people who are involved in militant activities that I'm here to listen to you, but if you think that weapons is the means to achieve anything, then it's badly mistaken. It cannot be. the might of India cannot be undermined. We can achieve our goal only through democratic means. It is not to undermine our talks going on with the militant organization. We are concentrating on how to deal with the security issues and various insurgent groups operating in northeastern region.
The launch issue of the magazine carries a story titled Al-Qaeda Begins Hiring in Northeast, which highlight the threat of misleading youth from the region joining the Al-Qaeda militant outfit. Joint Secretary Northeast in the Union Ministry of Home Affairs, Shambhu Singh, termed it a serious threat to peace in the region and asked the state government to be awake on the issue.
I have been asking the state government to do precisely that, and they have not been able to. It's a very, very daring story, and I must congratulate.
Kiran Rijiju, who himself hails from Arunachal Pradesh, said he will work to bridge the gap between Northeast and the mainland.
Many people say northeastern region is far from the mainland. Many people say it is difficult to reach the northeastern part of the country. I always say that India doesn't begin or end in Delhi. India begins from every international border of our territory. So in a way, if you look from the eastern part of the world, today the Eastern Asia is the hub of the global activities. You look from eastern part of the Asian continent, India begins from northeast India.
The northeastern states in the country have been facing prolonged insurgency resulting in the lack of development. The government is working tirelessly to bring misled youth back to the mainstream and ensure that the region prospers.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
Over 90% voter turnout was registered during the Panchayat elections held in Tripura on June 15. Over 1.1 million people voted for 5,624 seats, including 381 seats in Panchayat Samitis and 114 in 4 Zilla Parishads. For the first time, 50% seats have been reserved for women in local bodies. The staff of the National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology Centre at Akampat staged a sit-in protest against the monetary demands made by 4 militant outfits. The government-run institution received monetary demand of 14 lakh rupees by Prepak outfit, whereas 2 factions of URF outfit have demanded 4 to 5 lakh rupees each, and KYKL has demanded payment according to the capacity of the institute staff. A former director of the institute was recently shot by unknown miscreants. Five people were injured when a powerful bomb exploded at Langthabal, Punja in Imphal. The explosive suspected to be a remote control IED went off on the top of a banyan tree along NH 102. All the 5 victims were travelling in an auto rickshaw when the blast took place. Assam Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi recently gave his consent for the setting up of the first women's university in Jorhat. A grant of 5 crore rupees will be provided for the first phase of construction. The old building of state government's grain storage facility in Jorhat has been chosen temporarily for the university, where classes will be conducted until a permanent building is constructed. A documentary film covering the history and culture of Manipur, titled Manipur, the Jewel of the East, was recently screened at the Indira Gandhi National Centre for the Arts in New Delhi. The film showcased the rich heritage of the state, including the lifestyle of the various tribes, their rituals, culture, festivals and handicrafts.
The militants in some parts of the Northeast continue to indulge in unlawful activities. Recently, NSC and IM cadres killed the former vice chairman of Ukhrul Autonomous District Council. We have a report.
Manipur Chief Minister O. Ibobi Singh and other senior leaders of the state paid tribute to late Galang Zarmalu, the 60-year-old former vice chairman of Ukhrul Autonomous District Council. He was killed in an ambush by suspected Naga militants on July 12 at Pinch Corner in Ukhrul district. The Chief Minister condemned the incident and said such criminal activities will not be tolerated. The security forces conducted an operation at Phungre Tang in East Ukhrul and arrested 8 cadres of the NSCN-IM outfit. Huge cache of arms and ammunition were recovered during the operation.
The time has come to act. Further, most stringent actions not but we have to do something just to peace and tranquility should prevail in the state of Manipur.
Apart from stringent security measures put in place at Ukhrul town, the authorities have issued prohibitory orders under Section 144 of CRPC.
The government desires to make the Northeast region a hub for food processing industry. Much emphasis has been laid in the recent days to develop infrastructure for cold storage facilities in the region. We have reports.
The Cold Chain Summit 2014, held under the aegis of Indian Chamber of Commerce in Guwahati, gave special emphasis on the production of fruits and vegetables in the Northeast. The event, supported by the Ministry of Food Processing, Industries and National Centre for Cold Chain Development, was attended by industry leaders and donor Minister V.K. Singh. The minister highlighted the need for development of cold chain infrastructure in the region for utilizing the region's maximum potential.
The Northeast potential is very high. And when we look at Northeast and we talk about it becoming an organic hub, till very late, when we look at rest of the country, most of Northeast was organic. It is only much later that the various other fertilizers and chemicals started coming in. We need to go back, because what our farmers will reap as part of additional dividends by going organic is probably they do not understand at the moment.
Major cold storage chains in the country want to foray into Northeast market and set up their units in major cities. The region is the producer of many fruits like pineapple, oranges, kiwi and strawberry, but with the lack of better storage facility, they find it difficult to supply their produce to other parts of the country and abroad.
There is a lot of potential for agriculture and horticulture here, because predominantly that is the major source of income, and the produce that is available in this part of the country can be, with the right kind of cold chain solutions, can start feeding not only rest of India, but it can also be exported to neighboring countries.
Northeast region shares international border with 4 South Asian countries, including Myanmar, Bhutan, Bangladesh and China. A huge potential lies for the region to supply fruits, vegetables and other processed food to these countries. But it needs proper infrastructure to store and supply these products.
Moving on, the northeastern states have been witnessing a rapid growth in rural and urban areas, especially with the implementation of several government-run schemes. Let's focus on the changing scenario in the region with our segment Ripples. It is widely known as Bhut Jolokia in Assam, Raja Mirchi in Nagaland and Umorok in Manipur. The world's hottest chili grown in different parts of the northeast has become a hot business for the locals in Manipur. Take a look.
Yambem Ibohanbi is a progressive farmer in Manipur who's been growing Umorok, the world's hottest chili. In 2012, he set up Messrs Global Vegetables at Nungoi Awang Lekai in Imphal East and started producing saplings to supply it to local farmers. He prepares over 10,000 saplings at his farm and earns over 1 lakh rupees during the season. Yambem also produces the chili and sends it in the market.
Masi aina ongtang maximum aigi side tagi hatare umorok thoi yaujaba farmer moina masi hongna mongtang praja mayam jin umorok pamjaba dei masigi kanoju tasty kano to biba chili naw jing akhoi gi public sing ji dai na maina kara hongna minimum rate phanghan ge na admaina aigi plan wakhalon.
Umorok is mainly used for curries, pickles and chutney. This chili is also cultivated in parts of Assam, Nagaland and particularly in the hilly areas of the region. Many traders in cities across Manipur, Assam and Nagaland are exporting the processed chili.
Sure. I say Kuntraga Yogding, a dime a tang the gay Katian Karapan. Oji Jahi young Tiger Tarit Hide. Masideta Atopa Berati Amata Hate Halimuro Kasebungatam.
As climatic conditions in the northeast suits to grow chili, efforts are on to encourage more farmers to take on chili cultivation and earn good profits.
Next, we meet a group of women in Nagaland who have been working to promote rural handicrafts and artwork. The self-help group provides training in weaving to women folk and also helps them market their produce to make them self-reliant. Take a look.
These women are engaged in making a variety of handloom products at the Exotic Eco Society in Dizafi village of Nagaland. The society was formed to empower villagers by creating sustainable job opportunities for them. It has been taking an endeavor to support a number of women self-help groups in the area by conducting training programs in traditional loin loom weaving. The society also supplies raw materials and helps them to market their products.
Our main activity is loin loom weaving. We are promoting rural women artisans, and some of our products are going outside, not direct export, but some of the products are going outside. And we deal in hand-spun cotton, and we have Thailand also, which caters local needs and as well as domestic exhibition. As of now, we have 70 weavers permanent.
The group produces a number of colorful handloom products like bags, cushion covers, shawls and other decorative items. The products are also being marketed outside the state.
Baca khan tu pola na para halibi ite kamu kora piside baca khan isko tibi joloba para se puriba para se aro go tibi kiki holibi so yete para tola se
moi khan tu yate inika sota khan bi inika supply di de itu komba tu luikini khorte banabo komba tu office te bi thaki kine kitiaba design develop kora time de inika jama kurkine banai.
Nagaland has a rich tradition of art and craft, especially weaving. Such groups help the rural artisans to find a suitable market for their produce and earn considerably.
With that, we've come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. I'm your host Lumpim signing off. Do send in your feedback and suggestions to roving@anin.com. Goodbye and see you next week.